Kuhl Racing has never been shy about pushing a vehicle in two directions at once, and its latest project proves the point again. Even though the Y63 generation Nissan Patrol is still months away from Japanese dealerships, the tuning house has already gotten its hands on the North American Armada and started building not one, but two wildly different versions of it. Both are set to debut at the 2027 Tokyo Auto Salon, and together they make a pretty compelling case for just how much personality can be squeezed out of one platform. Rather than picking a lane, Kuhl Racing went ahead and built two. One car leans hard into street performance, slammed suspension, aggressive styling, the whole show car treatment. The other goes the opposite way entirely, turning the same SUV into something built for rough terrain and long stretches of nowhere. It's a neat demonstration of what aftermarket engineering can do when it's not tied down to one vision of what a vehicle should be. The street build is the one that'll stop people in their tracks first. Ride height has been dropped dramatically, closer to sports car territory than anything resembling a typical full-size SUV. Massive wheels fill out the arches in a way that looks almost improbable given the Armada's size, and the extended side skirts, reworked bumpers, and sculpted aero pieces all push the aggression further without abandoning the SUV's original shape. Lowering it this much changes the proportions entirely. The body reads longer, wider, more planted than it has any right to look. There's more going on beyond the stance, too. A larger front splitter, a custom grille, extended aero pieces around the bumpers, and a redesigned rear diffuser all work together to give the SUV a more performance-driven look, while keeping it usable day to day. Dark trim accents and a distinctive wheel design round things out, and the overall effect doesn't feel bolted on. It reads like something Nissan itself might have built if it decided to go all in on a performance trim. Then there's the Iron build, which basically ignores everything the street version stands for. Instead of dropping the ride height, this one raises it, loading the Armada up with the kind of gear meant for actual trail use rather than a parking lot. The body kit is FRP-based, chosen specifically to cut weight while still holding up to abuse. New bumpers improve the approach and departure angles, which matters a lot when you're trying to climb something steep without grinding the underside on a rock. Wider fender flares make room for proper all-terrain rubber, and the additional protective components hammer home the point that this build isn't messing around. Every visual change here seems to earn its place functionally, rather than just looking tough for the sake of it. This is a vehicle dressed for actual off-roading, not a lifted look with no substance behind it. Both projects start from the same solid foundation, Nissan's completely reworked third-generation Armada, which shares its bones with the new Patrol and represents a genuine leap forward for the nameplate. It's still body-on-frame underneath, but now wrapped around modern electronics, a broader suite of driver assist tech, and a substantially upgraded powertrain. The whole architecture was clearly built to smooth out on-road comfort without giving up the toughness and towing ability people expect from something this size. Power now comes from a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, which replaces the old naturally aspirated V8 entirely. It's putting down 425 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque through a 9-speed automatic, and the result is smoother, stronger acceleration across the board, along with better efficiency. Tow rating tops out at 8,500 pounds, so despite ditching the V8, there's no real sacrifice in outright capability. Nissan didn't stop at the drivetrain either. The available adaptive electronic air suspension automatically adjusts ride height based on speed or terrain, which helps both on-road comfort and off-road capability without the driver needing to think about it. There's also the invisible hood view camera system, which essentially lets drivers see through the front of the vehicle, genuinely useful when navigating rocks or uneven ground where you can't actually see what's under the nose. Both of these factory features make a solid launching pad for what Kuhl Racing is trying to do with either build. Inside, the Armada has clearly leveled up too. Big digital displays across the dash, Google built-in, wireless phone integration, a properly premium sound system, and all the usual convenience features buyers expect now. Higher trims get bigger screens, nicer materials, ambient lighting, and more driver assist tech, putting the Armada in serious contention within a full-size SUV segment that's gotten a lot more competitive lately. Right now, both concepts are focused on styling and suspension, but Kuhl Racing has hinted there's more coming on the performance side. Nothing official yet, but there's been talk of pushing the twin-turbo V6 beyond what Nissan offers stock. Turbocharged engines generally leave a lot more room for tuning than naturally aspirated ones did, so there's a real possibility of meaningful power gains through revised tuning, better intake and exhaust setups, and so on, enough to actually back up the aggressive looks with real performance. That possibility gets more interesting given Nissan already built the Armada Nismo, which proves this platform can handle more power and sharper handling straight from the factory. It wouldn't be surprising if Kuhl Racing tries to go even further, potentially landing on one of the more powerful, visually distinct full-size SUVs in the aftermarket space. If full mechanical packages do show up down the line, buyers might eventually get the option to combine looks and performance in one complete build, instead of choosing one over the other. Suspension setup is really where the two builds diverge most clearly. The street version drops everything down to change the center of gravity and dramatically alter the proportions, clearly built with pavement, tighter handling, and show-stopping presence in mind. Paired with big wheels and low-profile tires, it flips the usual expectations of what a full-size off-roader is supposed to look like. The Iron build goes the other way entirely, prioritizing usability over spectacle. More ground clearance, chunkier tires, protective body armor, and improved angles for climbing obstacles all point toward genuine trail use rather than looks alone. It's a good reminder that the Armada's body-on-frame layout still has plenty of room for serious off-road work, and instead of chasing crossover trends, this build just leans into what the platform already does well. Kuhl Racing has built its name in Japan doing exactly this kind of thing: dramatic body kits and suspension work across everything from sports cars to luxury sedans to SUVs. These two Armada builds fit right into that pattern, showing the company's willingness to chase very different design philosophies at once without cutting corners on build quality. Subtlety has never really been the point with Kuhl. These are full transformations, not mild refreshes. The timing matters too. Japanese buyers haven't gotten the new Patrol yet, so by importing the Armada early, Kuhl Racing gets a head start developing parts before the Patrol even lands locally. Once it does arrive, a lot of what's being built now for the Armada should transfer over pretty directly, letting Patrol owners start customizing almost as soon as they take delivery. It's a good example of how global the aftermarket scene has become. Automakers sell essentially the same vehicle under different names depending on the market, and tuners just build around whichever version shows up first. Since the Armada and Patrol share the same underlying architecture, this kind of cross-market development just makes sense, and it means enthusiasts everywhere often benefit regardless of which market got the car first. These two builds also say something about how varied SUV buyers have become. Some want lowered suspension, big wheels, and road presence. Others want clearance, armor, and the ability to actually go somewhere remote without worrying about the underbody. Kuhl Racing's approach shows one platform can genuinely serve both crowds without compromise, as long as the engineering behind each build is done properly. Full-size SUVs these days are being asked to do a lot: commute duty during the week, towing on weekends, and long-range adventure travel whenever the mood strikes. Aftermarket builders have caught on to this, and customization has shifted well past pure looks into genuinely functional territory, matching whatever specific use case an owner actually has in mind. Tokyo Auto Salon will be the first real chance for people to see both builds up close, and given how influential that show tends to be for aftermarket trends, whatever gets the strongest reaction could end up shaping which parts make it to production first, whether as standalone components or full packages. Neither build changes what the Armada fundamentally is, but both prove just how much range one platform can have when the engineering behind it is taken seriously. Between the show-stopping street build and the trail-ready iron build, Kuhl Racing may have just kicked off one of the more influential aftermarket programs for this new Armada and Patrol generation.